It's a me, Tikio, back with more Alina. Yahoo!
Diving straight back into Act 2 of our forced burn run. Missed Act 1? Look above for a card or below in the description for a link. Let's go. Second level. Underground arena. Got my coffee. Got my weapons. Ready to rock. That's going to be a big focus for me in this act. It's been a lot of work to manage all of the weapons now that we're actually allowed to hot swap during fights, but it's been pretty fun, and I think we're getting better at it. Let's go. Okay. Enemies are beefier now. Ooh, but we drew Fireballer on turn 1. Getting charged by the Sword Gladiator. Other Sword Gladiator is not charging. Only a handful of rocks here. We do have a Think Fast. We could easily move here, and then we'd be in the range of 2 of these. But if we switched over to Greatsword, we could then full-on attack, killing 1. And if we're lucky, Think Fast could draw us an out. But that's asking a lot, right? I think that's pretty bold. Because we would have to specifically draw... Well, you know, we could draw Backstab. You can draw an opener during your turn and then play it, which is a really cool tech. Kick or Warcry also... Warcry doesn't get us there. It's not enough extra damage, yeah. Okay, I think that would be foolish. I like this play where we just set up by doing initiative into Fireballer. And then that way we'll be able to push damage a little bit faster to deal with these beefy enemies. Yep, I think that's the plan. I'm getting my brain on. Sorry, I feel like I just totally... Computer turning off. Generating a new sequence. Can you generate a new Alina? All right, we in it. Got our Fireballer set up. We're safe on turn 1. We're looking for a strong turn where we draw into Fireball, or maybe the enemy's close to us and then we have Fortify and or Backstab into a strong turn. Rope Hook will also bail us out. Kick is coming. We've got a dense set coming up. The big thing that we're missing in this deck right now is movement. We just need a lot more movement. But we'll get there. Ba-na-na-na. Oh, wow. They're trying to party. What the heck? We would like to party. Yes, but you see, partiers, I didn't draw any attacks. Awkward. We certainly could use Sapping Bowgun. If and when it becomes necessary. Wow, yeah, we're just gonna disengage here again. I mean, there's a world where we move here and then rope hook this enemy so that they take a hit, and that's a pretty cute play. I think we're moving this way either way. I do want to throw this rock, I think. 14 damage plus 1 to 15. We don't need the plus 1, do we? I like this idea. We'll take the plus 1 just for the combo of it. Initiative to move away. Now, Rope Hook says pull a target within 2 tiles to you or pull yourself to the arena walls. If we pull this enemy... Oh no, within 2 tiles! It's too far! Right, I was thinking Rope Hook Plus. Rope Hook Plus gets 3 tile. You know, reading the card would help there. That's okay. I wouldn't take this play back. Ultimately, we have to get out of range of this. It just makes no sense to blow our strongest card while doing nothing. What we can do is navigate even further away, if we'd like to, while we wait for a big fireball. Let's think about this. Where are these enemies going to move? If we move to the wall here, Probably they go here, 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 and they stay in their exact formation. And if they're in their exact formation, then the sinner just moves to here. We throw fireball, pushes one there, pushes one here, pushes this one here, and pushes this one back. There's a pretty high chance that we draw fireball next turn. This does, however, mean that it's impossible for us to land a backstab. If we want to be able to land a backstab, what we do is we move here, actually. And that's real tempting. Yeah, I quite like that. Because then we have at least one unit who's likely to pull with us. Slave Fighter moves here. This unit moves here or here. This unit moves here or here. This unit probably wants to move straight here, which I think just kind of forces this whole group. I kind of like that position. I'm a little worried about how we get out of it afterwards, but it does set us up to be able to get a backstab kill, which might be crucial for being able to push out enough damage. And these units can only move by one, right? So we should have enough time to recover after that. You can see the movement range of enemies based on where this kind of... It almost looks like carbon fiber. The little gray and lighter gray stripes. That's their move range. Red is their threatened range, as far as I understand. Right, wow, we drew neither backstab nor fireball, which is really not great. But I've got a play for us. We move. We kick the sword gladiators into each other, getting a stun and buying us time. And then we breathing technique, most likely to bring back... Sheesh. Genuinely, it might just be Warcry to try to set up for a big hit next turn or big kill. You know what? I like that. Okay, this is good. This is bold. Move in. Now move out. Hands up and hands down. If we Flaming Sword and double attack here, we'll do 6, 12, plus the 2 more from Burn is 14, plus Fireballer will get us a Fireball. 16, 2 more Burn, 18. That's lethal. But that means no breathing technique. I think that's okay. Oh, but we can't do that because they're 2 different colors. No, bear. Okay, but with Sapping Bowgun, can we get there? Dang it, it's so freaking close. It's so freaking close. Ah, increase actively applied burn by 1. We make it because of Flaming Bracer. Okay, that felt great. That's the first time in this run that I really felt like I was focused on the precise mathematics of a turn, right? We've been playing this game and I think learning quickly, but I haven't been able to focus on exact lethals because I need to focus more on my positioning and my overall strategy. But here we've got something cool going. So we strike, Flaming Sword gives us 1 burn, but then Flame Bracer makes that 2. Okay, 6 damage. Here's another 6 damage. We can switch this out to Demon Slayer Sword, and then we'll have an even better turn, and then we can get the breathing technique. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll give it to us next turn. This is actually really great science. Let's do this. Oh, I love this science for us. I love this science for us because the burn is going to get the kill. So 6 plus 2 burn. Here's 6 plus the energy, so we're at 12 damage and 2 burn so far. This will generate a fireball. Up to 14, and it applies 2 burn, but that'll be 3. 14 and 5 burn. Easy lethal. Let's go, baby. Okay, hit. You freaking love to see it. They're throwing me blowguns. They love the performance. Oh, get so caffeinated, video game. I mean, just absolutely outrageous. Okay, yeah, wow, we have the backstab set up this time, too. We are on 3 energy, which means that if any energy was generated, it was before our new turn started and it got thrown away. I didn't watch close enough to see if it ticked up to 1 and then rolled back down to 3. In this game, energy is reset at the beginning of every turn, right? Although that might be changeable with the relic or a card. So we can get some real value here. I'm thinking about tossing... yeah, we're not in a great position to toss a fireball awkwardly. And if we rope hook, it'll be too expensive. We can fireball here, but then this enemy gets pushed into us, which is not what I would call ideal. Oh, and it actually gets blocked. What about this play, though? It looks a little weird, but hear me out. We backstab this enemy. Then we throw fireball here. That pushes the slave fighter into the sword gladiator, and they get stunned. And then we can focus on pushing down an enemy. No movement here means we're not setting up for AoE, but I actually think that's okay. This is going to be pretty good damage this turn, and we'll get a strike on the sword gladiator. Backstab is setting up the Demon Slayer sword, which I think is fine. Okay, backstab. Fireball. Look at that! Everybody's stunned. The crowd roars. And now we're just pushing this one. Right, so they're on 5 fire. 5 burn, rather. Yeah, that's pretty much fight done. We should be able to get some really solid work out of Greatsword, probably, is my anticipation. Do we dare move into our burn? Or do we just back off and apply Flaming Weapon? Other thing we can do is just stun again. Unbelievably effective. Unfreaking believable. Other thing we could do, yeah, is set up Flaming Weapons this turn. With kick and then Flaming Weapon. But I don't know that that makes us in much better shape for dealing with this sword gladiator. And it does seem like we can chain kick. So why not? You have my support, says the crowd, supportive. It's too bad we don't have the Pierce crossbow, because right now we could get a pretty sweet attack. You know what? Let's try this. Strike. Strike. So they're on Death Mark 2. Kill to gain 1 energy, last 2 turns. It's possible that the Death Mark just wore out, and now this will work better? I just want to try it. More science coming. I'm leaving the fireball in the deck. Okay, for sure, energy that you gain during the enemy's turn does not transfer to your next, because they certainly died there, unless this is a miswording of Death Mark. It does say kill to gain 1 energy. Maybe when it says kill, it actually means you have to deal the final damage. Because I noticed that the number never changed between turns. So it's possible that that's actually not that you cannot gain energy during the enemy turn so much as it is you have to get the final hit yourself with an active damage effect and not a passive dot, right? Totally possible. Totally possible. Looks like a decent turn for Warcry and a ranged strike. And then maybe breathing technique and bring back Fireball. If I move here, they're going to move here, and then I can Fireball directly onto their body, is my expectation or my hope. Range on that crossbow. Let's check it. Meets the sea. Okay, if we move, we're actually going to be... Oh, no, we'll be still in range. It's a three-point range. Cool. It might actually just be wall-to-wall, and we're just hitting an enemy here. Cool. And now what are we breathing technique? Fireball. Fireball. We've gotten a ton of mileage out of this card. Very cool. Crossbow needs reloading, but we learned something, right? Which is that reloading counts as using it. If we reload with silver, we cannot unequip this weapon at that point. So we need to be sure about what color we want it to be locked into. We're drawing 2 copper strikes in the draw pile, but only 1 silver damage other than the backstab, and they're about to close to us. So I actually think it might be better to put them into copper to keep our silver open. Let's reload it. Fireball. And a strike. We'll do both. Oh, this enemy is about to have a bad hair day. My tummy is rumbling again. It's just like yesterday.
Teak, are they not feeding you enough, Tiki?
They're feeding me fine. GG. Freaking nice fight. Early on, I was pretty certain that we were going to take damage there, and I'm really happy with the outcome. I was not sure how we were going to get out of that without using health as a resource, and we found the way. Okay. Conserve, gain 1 efficient, keep unused energy. Hey, this would have been relevant right there. That's literally the card that I was just talking about. That's so funny. But it's only 1 efficient. Oh, goodness. Goodness. So you only get to carry energy forward 1 time, but if you upgrade it, it retains, so you can wait for the turn. That's cute, at least. Low blow. Interrupt and deal 2 damage. Target will gain 3 strength. Deteriorate. Each time it's played, increase cost by 1. This is just like rope dart. But we can upgrade it to be 0 cost. This is, however, not within a weapon color. Okay. Interrupt is strong. Reflex. Gain block whenever you deal damage. Interesting. There's also a power that says gain block whenever you play a status card, which we've passed over on this run. Gain block when you deal damage is interesting. It's tempting. It gives us a little bit more flexibility, and it makes us better against spiky enemies. We're not doing damage often enough is the problem. To really activate this, we need more small hits, but that is kind of where we're planning to go. But I also just don't think we're going to need block on this run. I really think it's all about movement. Movement and stuns. I think this is a skip. Hand axe is here. Don't want it. Nor do we want rusty longsword. What about the weakening blowgun over sapping? Sapping is -2 attack versus weak for 2 turns. Usually the weak will be stronger, I guess. But sap is more effective against specifically multi-hitting enemies, which is something that I don't really have a solution for otherwise. I think this is 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I think we can sell and make some cash. Okay, do we take the early event, knowing that sometimes events cause us to lose all of our money? Do we take a couple more fights? I also would like to get to the point to where we can upgrade more cards. We're certainly energy hungry, as we have not taken an energy relic. So we're certainly energy starved. Every upgrade to that end is useful. I think we just jam a couple more fights here, looking for cards. Movement. Movement, draw. energy. Burn. So everything. What are you looking for, Teak? Yes. Yes. If we move in, switch to flaming weapon, and go strike, 6, 12, plus 4 burn with the flaming bracer. 6, 12, 16, and then also a rock, 17. It's not quite enough, though. Honestly, this feels like it's either fireballer or flaming weapon. I wish I could afford to play both. Right? Let's think about this. Yeah, because we could also easily use crossbow here to get one hit in if we fireballer. And that gets the fireballer going. So fireballer has to be superior then. Fireballer has to be superior here because we can stand in place, fireball, strike, and then instantly reload, and we're set. All of these are going to clone, and we're about to be so overwhelmed, but we've got greatsword in this fight, and it's going to bail us out. That's my anticipation. And remember, we do have a knockback, which we're finna use. And if we knock back in this arc, we save damage from these. This one hits this one and they get stunned. If we knock back in this arc, we get a double stun. So that's superior for us. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I definitely don't want the flaming sword in the ground slot right now. Kind of feel like I'd rather use sapping bowgun and just carry it. But for now, let's do this. Okay. Power move. Smash. That was baller. I should get like 16 combo for that. Frankly, I feel stiffed. I am owed more combo than this. Now, if we go here, we take one down. We get some damage on this one, but do we even care? Maybe we want to keep pushing the targets that are already injured. I think that's correct. You know what? In that case, we made a mistake, didn't we? We did. We wanted to use the power move second, because then we would have also gotten damage on this enemy. And that makes sense. That's generally going to be the case, right? Swing until you're ready to quit swinging and then use power move. The only situation that would be different is if we need to move enemies out of the way for an attack, like we want to get a lunge in. You can imagine situations where you want the knockback first, but I think that our intuition should be that it's going to happen last. Okay, noted. Put it in the memory banks. Oh, they're throwing me Vitality Potion large. That is a spicy pot ion. Wonder if I'm going to end up leaving this Demon Slayer sword behind. It's... In the fights where it's most useful, like this one, we're just using Greatsword. The area attack has just been so much better. Small-sided fights, like 2 or 3 enemies, I could definitely see Demon Slayer sword coming in. It came in that last fight, right? But we're about to have to make a decision about our weapons. That's for sure and for clear and for true. All right, I'm feeling warm now. It took me a little bit to get into the mode, as it were, but I'm in the mode now. Okay, backstab is here. If we want to push the cloning enemy, we can kick the attacker away. This one is going to die to burn, so we don't have to worry about them. Right, movement cards are more expensive because of a slime. So we're not going to get to do much moving here. We just need to be ready to make a ruckus. And what's in the draw? Oh, full attack is in the draw? Holy mackerel. Okay, and Warcry. So we do backstab this one to maximize the chance that we can kill them before they respawn. And let's switch to... Dun, 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 Flaming Sword. However, Is that correct? Maybe this is the rare position to where we want to use the Demon Slayer sword. Backstab with Demon Slayer sword. Applies the death mark. Applies vulnerable. It's already 6 damage, and then the enemy's vulnerable. If we draw full on attack, they're super dead. If we draw the strike, that's dealing now 9 damage. And we're also going to end up generating a fireballer in these cases, and with the kick. Okay, here it is, I guess, the situation where we use the Demon Slayer sword. Very cool. All right, backstab. It's an opener, so we have to use it first. Think fast. Do we need a breathing technique? Take it slow, Tiki. Breathing technique to put a backstab in the draw pile is pretty sweet, and then it's most of the block that we need here too. That's pretty sick. Okay, breathing technique. Backstab. Draw! Full on attack. Nasty. Okay. This enemy's death marked. We should get death mark as part of the attack. I kind of want to test this. Full on attack here, and then strike here for 9, and kick here for 3 more, and we have sapping bowgun for the kill. And then we can get... Oh, and we're going to have even more... Okay. Science? Does this get us an energy back right away? It does. I think we saw that in the last run, but y'all, there's so much to keep in the noggin. I'm gonna have to make flashcards for this game. This is a common thing in these types of games, though, is effect precedence. Effect precedence. It's one of the hardest things to keep track of, and it's why I really appreciate games that find a really simple way to capture it. What is the order in which effects are applied and resolve? If you can find a simple set of rules that are always respected, it makes it far more easy to remember this stuff, because rather than having to remember every case, you just remember the rule, right? As an example, in Slay the Spire, there is a certain order of powers, cards, relics, in terms of how things resolve. And I actually... Goodness, now I'm making a fool out of myself, but I want to say... Oh, and orbs. I want to say it goes relics, powers, orbs, cards. But it might be relics, orbs, cards, powers, because there's a precedence order for whether or not you're going to take burn damage before metallicize, burn damage versus... I think it's kind of top to bottom, but...
Oh, you get what I'm saying. It's a bad example. I'm sorry. Dang it. I forgot.
Okay. Okay, if we use the strike with the burn, is that better?
You get what I mean.
Oh, hold up. Dang it. I can get energy back here very easily. And I guess that is... Is that advantageous? I mean, not really, right? What does that really do for us? Nothing. They're gonna die at the end of their turn anyway. I mean, it opens up to shoot at this other one, I guess, if we wanted to do that. I guess the one consideration is, do we want to get another death mark on this enemy to see if it persists through clone and to potentially kill them for energy next turn, which isn't bad, right? So we would strike here, get them to death mark 2. That's 9. Kick. That's 12. Sapping bowgun. And then shoot at this one. Well, we could do it all. Screw it. Let's do it all. Sapping bowgun. Oh yeah, and we have the small fireball too. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Kick. That's energy back. Now we can small fireball this one. And then hit him with the range. Holy Moses. Just freaking wild. A massive turn. 8 combo. You love to see it. I'm surprised by how complicated I'm finding this compared to the Ranger. I mean, honestly, it feels like the Ranger run, Hunter, would have been a little more complex with all the movement that we had running, but in a way that made it simple. Evade, shoots, evade, shoots, evade, lunge in, lunge out, lunge in, lunge out, right? Whereas this is a lot of mathing to exacts, setting up burn. There's a lot more micromanagement that it feels like we need to do here. And I think that's making it complex. All right, we're just going in for the kill. Which we can easily get with Fireball. All we have to do is manage to disengage. Well, that's awkward. A mistake has been made. I think we needed that attack, actually. Luckily, they're cloning, so we'll just get even more kills, I guess. But yeah, I don't want to damage myself here with this Fireball. And we don't actually have range on this rope hook in order to get to a wall. We're exactly in the middle, which is the one place where unupgraded rope hook can't do work. So, what I think we'll do instead is we'll burn a large area such that hopefully they clone into burn zone. And the question is, where are they going to go? I suspect it's random around them. So as long as we cover 2 slots, we can't do better than that. Let's cover up this right side then. A little sloppy as far as turns go, but not too concerning. Hey, nice, we caught him. Caught him in the act. Okay, we can easily switch to Greatsword here and just get a huge attack on both of these. It's got to be the plan. We have both kick and breathing techniques to clean up. Kick will give us a fire starter, which we can then use to finish this one off. Fire starter, 2 damage plus the 3 burn. That's a win. Or small fireball, rather. Excuse me. Fireball. Doesn't matter what I bring back now. I just felt like bringing something back. Really stick it to him. Nice. Little snafu there at the end, but ultimately another flawless fight. Oh boy. Reinforced gear is back, which gives us extra power moves. Breach! Deal 6 damage, draw 1 card, gain 2 momentum, which is temporary damage. There's Combust, though. Apply 2 burn to every unit within range, including yourself. Knockback. Firestarter. Now, the thing is that it has a knockback effect on it. And we did say moving ourselves or moving others. So let's take it. That being said, we now really want that power that gives us burn immunity. We're starting to make so much burn. Excuse me, so much burn, and we're burning the stage now. Take Vitality Potion here, probably. There is a buckler with counter on it, but we're just not creating that much block. Let's take the Vitality. I think it's more relevant. Turn the rest of this into gold. I love gold. Another one bites the dust. Take another fight. Back to back to back. No breaks. Okay. Whew, boy. Getting charged. Shooting, shooting. So they've pincered us here. Really feels like they're moving us here. And then both of these enemies will move. Is that okay? We can get Fireballer set up. Which is always positive. Sure feels like this is just the way it is. We could Vitality Potion in this fight. Get 2 energy. Such that we could do more than just set up Fireballer. We've still not managed to play Flaming Weapon a single time, but we also don't have the deck for it yet, right? So, what are you gonna do? I think what we do is we Fireballer, we think fast, and if we draw things that we want to play, then we create energy. Otherwise, we just sit. Right. This was just not enough for us to justify popping the energy here, I think. And we don't have... we have the angle on 1 hit if we wanted to go crossbow, but I think we just end turn. They're throwing traps! That was weird. It actually threw both the traps, and it showed this one in place, and then it reanimated it getting thrown again. It's funky. Fireball is here. And I see a pretty nice turn by which I move here and then Fireball here, hitting all of these enemies. Combust is available, but I'm not going to move into this crippling trap. I bet I can throw at the crippling trap with the rock and activate it. That's actually really clever. I've never thought to do that before. Although I think it's probably going to get killed by this fireball, so I doubt we need to do it. Da-na-na-na. Fireball? To the winds, I say. Now, if we wanted, we could pop Potion here and do some range. But I think they're low enough. What I'm concerned about is what we're going to do about these Tri-Stalkers this next turn, because they're about to be reloaded and attacking again. Yeah, we've got big turn coming, though.
My turn.
Full attack here with the AoE and the Warcry is an easy kill on both. But then we're getting hit by the Tri-Stalker. We could then deflect. Except that we won't have the energy. There's no draw here, so the hand that we see is the hand that we get. Yeah, this is sure feeling like the turn to use the pot just to block this. What's troubling is that we need to stay exactly where we are to kill both of these unless we want to move forward into the burn. And since we don't have burn resistance yet, I don't think that that's a real play for us. I just don't see a reason to take damage. Okay. Vitality Potion. Great Sword. Warcry. Smash. We want to leave this rock here because we'll most likely use it next turn to deactivate a trap that's in our way. So instead we just deflect and play out the fatigue. It's a full block for the turn. And these enemies are taking an absolute punishment from all this burn, right? Oh, if only we... Okay, we've got to get this rope hook upgraded, because how freaking sweet would it be to rope hook this enemy straight into their own trap across the burn? I mean, cinematic masterpiece. Absolutely cinematic. What we could do here is equip the crossbow and do a ranged backstab, which is seriously cool. And I think it's actually the play. Go ahead and pick up this rock so we have it. Okay, so it goes backstab. Reload. Strike. We have a small fireball now. Unfortunately, these enemies are out of range for it. So instead, probably we breathing technique to bring back what? Maybe actually backstab. We could use the rock. No, I'm not going into the burn. Never mind. Just bring back backstab. Yes, now we have an easy move and setup as well. And I do think that's the plan. Reload this? No, actually, we want to do this and get energy back. Oh, wow, it still needs to be reloaded even when it's in the... Okay, that worries me. That makes me think that that will still need to be reloaded in the next fight, which is not science that I'm ready to do right now. Let's not give ourselves a further challenge. We've got plenty of challenge as it stands, I think. What we could do is move the crossbow to the red and reload it with the strike there. And then use Demon Slayer's sword here. That's kind of nice. Right? So, reload. Full on attack. Gets us an energy back. And then if we wanted to, say, get rid of this particular trap so we can move that way if that's advantageous to us, then we can. And it probably will be, because that puts us in range for a fireball. Not bad, say spectators. Not bad at all. Moving. Grooving. Another one in the bag? I think I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand. Okay. Conserve is back. We just saw this a second ago. Low blow is back, but what's Trooper? Gain 3 block when you... This was what we were talking about. Block when you play statuses. Yeah, too much density. Too much weight, you know. I do like how cheap this is. It's only a 1-cost power, which is not bad, but we just don't generate enough statuses. This would have to be a solution to a specific boss. And I just don't know what boss we're going to fight right now that generates so many statuses that we need to actually play. I guess the other thing that it does is it slightly opens up the status generating necklaces slightly more. But it just feels like another card in the deck that I'm not that excited to draw. Oh baby, selling a rock. Hey, Mailbreaker. Increase damage by 1 when you deal unblocked damage, apply 1 bleed. If we wanted to go for a different dot, I'm not going to make this swap, but I'm excited for the run where we do bleed. We've seen some really cool... There's a bleed power in this game that just gives you so much value. It's like generating energy and card draw or something. It's totally ridiculous. I want to see that for burn. Event time with 576 gold? Yeesh. We should probably get to a shop. Which would mean going this way. I don't mind that, actually. Create, forget, or switch. Wouldn't mind some forgetting. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of get psyched. Because we're not using the greatsword that much anymore. It's probably on the chopping block. When we do use it, it's incredibly advantageous. This is my favorite way to roll now, is just carry a million weapons. It's honestly been incredible. Either way, we need to be forgetting more things. We need to thin this deck down. We're just not drawing attacks often enough when we need them. Let's get rid of another basic guard. feel really positive about that. And then let's also forget... Yeah, maybe it is get psyched. I mean... It's just... hard to play. If we're gonna do that, can we afford to just drop one more basic attack? In general, the run has felt a bit sparse, now that I'm thinking about it. In general, the run has felt a bit sparse. Maybe we drop that starting deflect? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can't afford to drop another attack because we haven't found any good replacement attacks that are cheap enough. Okay, well, wish me luck. Hopefully this elite goes well. I'm going to try to go to this shop and spend quite a bit of the money just because there are some events that ask you to lose all of your money. But I do want to go to the event before we decide what to do at the fire in case we get Vampire Werewolf event again or something. Ghost Armor. Enemy prepares to deal 12 damage. Precognition. Ah, this is the evade enemy. Okay, well, Fireballer might help with that a bit. We want to kick second. So strike will get dodged, and then we'll kick. Strike, kick. Warcry, strike, kick, Fireballer, I guess. It doesn't really matter here much. This enemy doesn't have immobile or anything, but they do have a huge movement range, which is going to be trouble for us, I think. We need to be ready to use the muscle potion to help out on a big turn when we get set up for it. Okay, Warcry. Fireballer. Strike. Evaded. Kick. Not evaded. We did the science last time. If they evade an attack, they evade all of its effects. They're going for the thrown sand, or whatever. If we draw 3, there's a chance that we draw into Rope Hook. Trying to figure out how I can use knockback here to get out of the range of this attack, but I'm not really seeing it. It might be move and hope that we draw Rope Hook, right? Move here. This puts us at range, but then in the worst case, we just Fireball, and that's still a pretty decent turn at least. Yeah, that's got to be the play. Oh, but they evade! Stinkers. Oh, okay, perfect. Bailed out. Does this count as an attack? They're totally gonna evade that, okay. What I'm thinking we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the crossbow, we're gonna backstab to draw out their evade, and then we're just gonna reload with strike and throw a fireball. That's looking like the strongest turn to me. We are going to take the hit here, but I just don't see a way around it. We don't have enough movement. We have Combust to push them away, if we want to do that. Full on attack here. Maybe we strike. Oh, jeez. Once again, so tough, right? I mean, Combust is certainly one of the best ways here to get out of harm's way. But the knockback, it'll get evaded or no? It suggests that it won't. Did you see that? It didn't say evade. Maybe because it's an area and it can't be evaded? I do want to play this full-on attack. We could use the greatsword this turn. Rather than combust, we put on the greatsword, strike to draw it out, and then we full-on attack with the knockback. And that'll make us safe, and that pushes them more into the burn. That seems pretty sweet. Okay. Strike to draw it out. And knockback. Into the fire with you. We could have used Muscle Potion on that turn for an extra 6 damage, which honestly might have been a difference maker. But I feel good about the turn that we found. Oh, there's a grappling hook here too. We're going to pick that up. So let's do plan to use this Muscle Potion given the opportunity. Maybe next turn we'll have a setup. Oh, they're moving away? They're going to do flying. They're setting up for flying slash, right? We can like move and then hook out. Move again, basically. Here, I think we might just be setting up Flaming Weapon, genuinely. Yeah, I like that. First time we've used it. Die, says the enemy, charging into a wall. And then we just go ahead and use this grappling hook? I don't know. Maybe we should use our rope hook. And pick this one up. I think I like that. We're probably done with the greatsword now. So what we can do is drop the greatsword on the ground. We'll get it later. We'll pick it back up. Maybe we want to move this way so we have a little bit more mobility instead of being closer to where they end. Cool. Okay. That's a different enemy whose flying slash moves them. They just Meta Knight that bad boy. They just swing and it makes a ghost slash. In that case, this actually would have been a much better position. Well, what are you gonna do, right? Live and you learn. Certainly want a fireball on this turn. How am I going to do this safely? By grappling hook here. They'll dodge this initial hit. But can they dodge it? If it's splashing into them, I wonder. Maybe I can just move here and throw it here and splash them. That actually might work, and then I don't have to use the hook. You know what? We need to try that. In the worst case, it gives us pretty good coverage of burn. Yeah, it suggests that they evade that. Well, we gotta try. Zero damage. Zero damage, but it does land the movement effect? I didn't expect that at all. Landing the knockback, but not the damage. Yes, that's very surprising to me. Okay, but this fight is almost done. We're up to 11 burn now. We're very, very close here. So if I kick you, what exactly happens? Okay, we gotta know. We can get the kill with a full-on attack crossbow here, so... Kick. Wow. Yep. Secondary effects do, in fact, land. Who'da thunk it? Not me. I didn't think it. But now I'm thinking it. Because I've seen it. Hey, not a bad elite fight. We did have to take that one hit, but genuinely not bad. New card unlocked, Mind's Eye. Gain 1 precognition. Evade next attack. Oh my. I can have that ability? That seems pretty freaking strong. It can be 0 cost? This game is so funny. It's like, would you like to spend 2 energy on 14 block or 0 energy on infinity block? You're asking a good question. Hard for me to put those two next to each other and compare. It's genuinely difficult mathematics. All right, now we're talking. Do I see some movement? Shield charge is not high on my list of things that I want to put in this deck because we don't generate that much block. But this is movement, and we are just dying for movement. That being said, there's also a wind-up here. And we do have that one full-out attack, which is, in spite of the fact that we claim to be a burn deck, we're mostly a fireball plus full-on attack deck, and full-on attack was in our basic deck. Maybe we should upgrade this, I mean, genuinely. That might be a priority upgrade. Four HP, gain 1 energy, draw 1 card. The draw 1 card on the upgrade, that might be the kind of thing that we actually need here. Because that's the other thing that we're looking for. I'm very tempted by this direction. Shield charge is just very awkward for us as far as movement goes. I think I'm actually going to take this. We've skipped this a few times before, but I'm feeling the effects of how dense our deck is. I wish that it weren't upgrade debt. But if it is, it is. I think I'd rather have a great sword than a muscle potion. Cool. This is, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be calling this the burn run. Maybe this is the weapons run. We've done so much weapon juggling. I mean, it's seriously been delightful and complicated. What the heck? I wonder if this time we're going to finally go to the item store and just go ahead and get some upgrades on our weapons, particularly the flaming sword. And frankly, maybe a crossbow, or maybe we find it. Well, if we go find weapons, we'll see weapons in the shop. Let's do that. Let's rush one more fight, and then let's go do the items shop. I'm going to send you flying. Is this one immobile? They're not. So you saying I can kick ya? Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I might. We could move here and use the knockback instantly, but I'm not convinced that that's worth our turn. Why not just fireball her and block, huh? They're gonna knock us back anyway. Just let them knock us back. Hit me. Uh-oh, they're making the bulls stronger. I'm thinking about moving here, because then I always have the worst case greatsword strike for the double stun, and then that's fight. I mean, that's fight solved. I think I like that. Move. Think fast to see what we've got. Oh yeah, with the backstab too? Yes. This is clear now. Greatsword. We can knock back right away here. There's nothing stopping us from doing that in this fight. So let's do it. Backstab. Strike. Strike. I don't think we need to no pain, no gain here. We can just cycle these fatigues, it's fine. We're so close to being done as it is. I don't know, one more burn would go a long way, huh? Nah, but we're just gonna draw into full-on attack or fireball, and we'll be fine. Got another kick coming, too. We don't need to take this damage. I think this fight's solved. Ba-na-na-dun. Yeah, this is take a step back and just yeet a fireball. Or we could full-on attack here. And that'll also generate another fireballer for us. Full-on attack and breathing technique to bring it back. That's pretty good. I like that. I think I even like that better than the fireball, because we are going to have to navigate back to this necromancer. Cool. Ooh, you gonna make me AoE again? Well, if you make me, guess I'll do it. Full-on attack. Strike. This enemy is already dead. So we'll just let the fireball go. Get a little more combo because we can. I mean, I guess if we use this fireball now, that's also combo, and that's kind of cool. Combo means more loot. All right. We're done great sorting now, almost definitely. It might be time to ranged. Yeah, flaming weapon plus ranged. I kind of like that. Oh, wow. Okay, so it goes like this. We'll use a fireball and then also a ranged strike. And that enemy is pretty much deaded. Fireball. Strike. Also, I noticed that we didn't have to reload crossbow even though we used it at the end of a fight. So it must reload between fights, which is great. That's what I would hope, but I just wasn't sure. Wow, we melted that enemy. Sweet. Sweet. I'm rich. Deal 4 damage, apply 1 pyrophobia. Receive 1 additional burn whenever burn is received. This is one of the attacks that we've been looking for. We've been trying to replace our basic strikes. Does it upgrade to 2 pyrophobia? It sure does. Sweet. Sweet, and it doesn't suggest that pyrophobia goes down. It looks like this is a monotonically increasing function. The more pyrophobic you make the enemy, the better the fight goes for you over time. Let's take it. It's totally the kind of thing we've been looking for. Sharpened Dagger. Increase damage by 1 whenever you deal unblocked damage. Apply 1 bleed. Power move. Increase applied bleed by 2, 3. Wow. Again, we're not doing the bleed thing. There's a muscle potion here. Muscle potion plus greatsword on a triple hit turn could absolutely be the difference maker for an AoE fight. Maybe what we're dropping is actually Demon Slayer Sword. We've gotten good utility out of it, but increasingly in those positions, I would rather just use greatsword, and I think we get more viability to the run by keeping greatsword. I think Demon Slayer is the drop here. I'm not eager to do it, but I really think that muscle potion, it could be useful to us in a fight soon. On a triple or even quadruple hit turn with AoE, or quintuple, right? Because we can have self-damage effect to get energy, and then go backstab, self-damage, hit, 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 hit. All of a sudden, we're looking at a really effective potion, right? Especially stacked with the vulnerable. I like it. Okay, we're super duper rich. So let's go to a shop. And I do think it's time for items. Great Hammer. Increase damage by 3. Area attack. Power move effect. Reverse direction of target's attack. Oh my. So rather than a knockback hitting enemies into each other, that means that this is also something which will be consistently effective against immobile enemies and against single targets. It's expensive as hell. I mean, 258 gold here to replace our existing greatsword, most likely. But it's pretty sweet, actually. I think mostly the reason, though, that we're carrying greatsword at this point, yeah, and that's cool that that's actually a defensive weapon. I think most of the reason we're carrying greatsword is for those really, truly multi-mob fights. And in those fights, turning them around could cause them to hit each other, which is quite good. But I don't know that it's worth 258 for us when we have so much upgrade to do. I think this might be a reroll just to see if we see a better ranged weapon or a better flaming weapon, and then we'll just start upgrading stats. Okay, what do we have here? Demon Slayer crossbow. Okay, if we want to keep the Demon Slayer effect, we could put it on the crossbow. That's not bad. Sell the crossbow here. Buy a Demon Slayer crossbow. What is crossbow for, though? Why are we using a ranged weapon? Peppering ranged enemies. But it is often a finishing move. I think I would rather, if I were going to buy this Demon Slayer crossbow, I think I'd rather just roll one more time than do that. One more roll. Broad axe. Single target with knockback. All right. We didn't see anything here that I really want to take. But let's go ahead and upgrade this flaming sword and see what it gives us. +3. We haven't done really any upgrades on this stuff, so it's going to be very cheap. And if I add power move to the great sword, I guess it would be for more knockback. Yeah, two knockback is pretty nice. One more round of flaming sword, I think. Upgrade the greatsword one time. Might as well. It's only 50. I mean, it's really an incredible conversion, right? Let's add a power move to the greatsword because of how effective that knockback is in keeping us alive. Crossbow to 3? I don't know. We'll pick up a better crossbow, maybe. Yeah, we can save money from here, honestly. I think that's acceptable. Because we do have one more shop that we'll probably still go to. Having spent some money, let's go fight and then event. That way we have more than 200 gold in case it's a spend gold event, but less than 700 in case it's a lose gold event, if that makes sense. Regular fight. Oh boy. Massive. Cannot be pulled or knocked back. This is where turning them around would be kind of cool. Although this is a true AoE attack, isn't it? So maybe not so useful, huh? Wow, but look at our setup. Dang it, my only sadness is that I can't safely use this backstab. We could easily go greatsword here and go backstab, fireballer, brand, strike. It's a huge AoE. And we do have muscle potion. 1, 2, 3, 4 times the strength. Let's think about this. This might actually work out. So the backstab. Let's just look what we're working with. The backstab goes up to 10. And then brand is dealing 15. Strike is dealing 15. And strike is dealing 15. 15, 30, 45, 55. So close to breaking the shield here, right? If only I could afford to also work in the fireballer. Okay, but that lends itself towards a different line, right? Which is use the muscle potion. Backstab the shield gladiator. That's 11. Brand the shield gladiator. That's gonna probably, I think that rounds up in this game because the 50 or the 0.5s round up. So base damage 11 times plus 50% is another 5.5. 16.5 rounds to 17. 17, 34 plus the initial 11, 45. We've now also applied burn several times. So we're at 2 burn, 4 burn, 6 burn, and now they have pyrophobia. So it's actually 2. I don't know if this is going to be 4 or 5, but this will certainly be 3, right? 3 extra birds. So it's either going to be 7 or 8.
And then we've got the strike. Mathematics.
And then we just let them immobilize us? I mean, that's really going to be trouble with the spear gladiators, though. That's the only thing that worries me. And they've got range. I guess they can only move by 1, and they'll be blocked by their friend. So neither of them will be able to get into attack range, actually. This genuinely might be the play. I'm leaning towards yes. Okay. Muscle potion for backstab. 11. 17. 11, 17, 28. 17, 34, 11. 45. Plus another 9. No, they're vulnerable. We might want to not use the crossbow here, actually. We don't want to have to reload. So we'll just have this 7 plus the vulnerable for 11. Do we even need to use this strike? With this setup, is it actually enough to go backstab, fireballer, brand, strike, and then have the fireball? It might be.
Calculator, go!
Okay. I need to just establish these first numbers. We're fairly certain that these are 17. 17, 34, 45. So we only need 15 more. We're getting at least 2 burn from each. So that's 6. We're probably getting 7, maybe 8. And if we fireballer, we will also get... Hold up. It's fireballer plus. That should say every 2 times. Every 3 times you deal damage. Oh, yikes. That's troubling, actually. That's troubling because we can't use it before the backstab. So we won't actually get to 3 times, which means we won't generate the fireball. If we had a stone... Wife off screen, doing tasks, doing things. This is a really tricky turn. Now I really feel like I'm playing into the breach. Yeah, I think we had it right already. Which is to say, potion, backstab, brand, strike, strike. And that should fairly easily get us there with the vulnerable. Okay. Committing. Backstab. Brand. Strike. So it did get to 8, which means the pyrophobia applied first, and then we got the burn, right? 2 from the backstab, 3 from the brand, 3 from the extra strike. Speaking of strike. Strike. If I dequip the crossbow, this is 7. No, we got to do this. Oh, and even that's actually not enough because burn damage is direct HP damage, isn't it? Oh, no. Have I done all of this work only to... No, it's okay. It's okay, right? Because we can grappling hook out if needs be. Yeah, I still think that this is all correct. Take the crossbow off. Hit for 11. Grapple hook the heck out of here. Man, we're using a lot of resources for a regular fight. I think it's okay. This was a potentially really nasty setup for us. And once we draw Fireball, we're Gucci. Yep. Right, burn is direct HP damage, which means it can't break block. But you know what can break block? Us. We can break block. I think I'm gonna move here and kick this enemy into the wall so that I don't have to think about them. Oh, they're just dead. Wicked. I mean, I'll still do it for the combo. And also so I can breathing technique to bring it back. But we might actually want to bring back... Backstab? I definitely don't mind it. The enemy will get one step closer to us next turn, and a backstab with some AoE full-out attack might be really effective. Yeah, I like the backstab take. Or Fireballer at this point, right? Yeah, let's bring back Fireballer. Seems even better. Getting the shield break here should be trivially easy. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, that potion is strength for the whole fight? Dang, that's pretty good. We might want to carry one of those into a lead fight. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of value. I genuinely thought it was just 3 momentum, right? 1 turn worth. Cool. I don't think we need to take damage here. This enemy is effectively dead to their burn. They're stunned. We know exactly what we're going to draw if we use Think Fast. And so the question becomes, do we want to move, Think Fast, and throw a Fireball? And I think the answer is no. And the reason the answer is no is that then we'll get stabbed by a spear gladiator. And that sounds completely unfun to me. If I could lob the fireball over the shield gladiator's head, that would be one thing. As it is, just play flaming weapon, right? This is for putting on a good show. And then hopefully next turn we can maneuver to a good fireball? Fireball. Flamethrower. Firemans. Yeah, where we are is already perfect. This enemy's gonna die to burn. Oh, but hold up. Full on attack. Yo. Do we have a play here? Is it move, greatsword, knockback with the full on attack? This is a stacked freaking hand. The thing is if we knock them back, we're still going to be in their spear range. So we would then need to be able to move again. It could be shoot them with the full-on attack. But in that case, I would much rather just fireball here and push them. Let's do that. Let's go initiative. Toss a rock. Oh, dang it, they're too far for rocking. The rocking!
The rocking, no.
Fireball. Now we've just got a ton of time while they take 6 million burn damage. Now we don't need a full-on attack.
The rocking has begun. Soon the enemy will perish.
What the heck do we do here? We could rope one of them to us. Move here. Rope this enemy here. And then give him a strike and a kick. It's more of a turn than we had. That enemy is super dead. And we got that sweet combo.
Do it again.
If you say so. I guess I must.
Oh boy.
Clean fight. We did use 2 items, so it's not like it was free. But we learned some too. Those strength potions are, it turns out, strength, not momentum. Gosh, we need movement though. Payback, deal 14 damage, reduce cost by 1 each time you lose HP this fight. That's curious. And we do have a self-damage effect. This could become a free attack. To be honest, we might need this. There's also Lash Out, which scales with fatigues in your hand. I mean... And we can easily take damage from standing in fire. I think we take Payback. I think it's strongly synergistic with what we're doing. We need more attacks in the deck. It frees us up to remove more strikes. And we have other mechanisms to dip strongly into it, right? Crippling? Absolutely. We might as well carry this Steel Shield for now, too. We can sell it in a future fight, and we could definitely have a situation to where equipping Steel Shield to get a 33-point block and then carry 16 of it forward to the next turn, or 17, depending on rounding, that could be really good. To be clear, carry it through from the barricade effect. So I guess what I meant. Okay, now with 250, event. Oh, interesting. A cloaked figure sneaks up from behind and quietly greets you. Want to place a bet on yourself? I can help you. For a small fee, of course. So, how about it? Bet on high odds. Deal 60 damage in a single attack to receive 450 gold. Or low odds. Deal 45 damage in a single attack to receive 250 gold. How the heck are we going to deal that number? Full on attack upgraded is at 26. If we also have vulnerable, it's 39. Unless we then also find some way to scale up strength, we just have to skip this event. It's just not a thing our deck does. I mean, I guess we've got some plus damage from our items too, right? So we've got +4 from our sword. Full on attack, 26 plus the 4, 30. 45 with vulnerable. If we have exactly that setup. Oh, and then we also have Warcry. I mean, we could bet on this. Planning to set up specifically that combo, that's a lot to ask. I'm not sure this is worth for us, given how difficult it will be for us to line this up. We just don't have the draw consistency, and there's exactly one way to do it, which is upgraded full-on attack with Warcry or with vulnerable or with both. And if we don't hit exactly those things, knowing that we could lose full-on attack by just literally not being able to play it, yeah, we have to ignore this. I've been surprised by how many events in Alina I have to ignore. That's been one little, I don't know that it's a wrinkle, it's just different than I'm used to. In most roguelikes that I play, you can have actively negative events, but there aren't a lot of events to where you just say, this was just completely empty for me. It doesn't feel as bad in this game because you didn't choose the event over a different choice. So not getting any value out of the node is not the end of the world, right? Because it didn't replace anything else. There was no opportunity cost. Except for maybe healing. But it is interesting, right? It's different for me. Okay, let's get an upgrade before this elite. Genuinely, at this point, I'm thinking it's probably the full-on attack. It could also be Brand for the 2 Pyrophobia. That's starting to look like a thing we can do. Flaming Weapons to make it 2 cost. I wish this also then said 2 burn, but that would be way too strong. No Pain, No Gain is a huge upgrade for us. Kick with the Retain. That's so sick. Rope Hook was a big one. 0 cost and to 3 tiles. Maybe this needs to be Rope Hook, right? And then we'll do the damage later. Yeah. Let's do the Rope Hook upgrade. It's our single biggest weakness is mobility, and that's a really, really big upgrade. Mobility and energy, and we get both. We should have probably gone to the event first, but... Oh boy, it's Blastmaster! Explosions! Okay, how are we gonna deal with getting boom-boomed? Well, we can't move that far. We can block with the Steel Shield. We can apply some Vulnerable. Move forward, hit him with the Vulnerable, and just start smacking him with Burn. Take this damage. That's the play. Ah, but we really need to Fireballer. Here, this way at least they hurt themselves. And then we have them set up to knock back into the wall. That's the best. This I think sets us up to take 16 damage in the whole fight. I do think Fireballer is important, and in that case, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play No Pain, No Gain, but if we do, we'll take damage from them and damage from ourselves, making payback 1 cost. Which honestly might be correct. Yep. Okay, so 20 damage fight is what we're saying. That's the hope. Time to slam. Move in. Crippling. Greatsword. Knockback. Smash. Now they're stunned. And now we're talking. Got him down to 50, stacked up a little bit of burn to start, and next turn we'll just be able to push with our burn weapon and the sweet payback. Brand is here too. Goes Brand. Payback. Strike. Wait, kick first. Biggest combo. Fireball. Strike. Huge combo on the way out too. 2-turn fight. I think we were correct that we needed to take damage there. We just don't have enough movement to not take any damage, right? Conserve plus. Gain 1 efficient and retain. I mean, that makes it a lot easier to at least think about. What's this? Demon Slayer. Deal 25% additional damage to enemies with Deathmark. Wow. 50% with the upgrade and it be... What? Deathmark becomes vulnerable? Oh, that's cool. Demon Slayer. I love the theming of this, by the way, too. I love the concept, right, is that regardless of whether or not an enemy is a demon, once you mark them as a demon, they a demon now, and you get the extra damage. You a Demon Slayer. You look like a demon. It's like everything is a nail when you've got a hammer, and my hammer is demon slaying. I love that. Thematically, I love that. Watchful. Gain 2 block. Increase gain block by 1 each time the card is retained. Raise shield. Shield charge. Conserve plus. Conserve plus. Keep unused energy. We definitely have turns where we're inefficient, but is it worth losing a draw? I like that it says plus. Certainly could lead to blowout turns. You know, once we've set up something big. Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm worried about losing the draw. That's my concern here. So a bag of tricks. Draw 3 cards. Hey, that's actually the combo, I think. Right? We're worried about not having enough draw to support it. Well, why not carry draw in our pocket? There's also an Imperial Longsword here. Increase damage by 2, area attack. And the power move on the Longsword is to do even more damage, rather than knockback or turn around like the hammer. Think about that hammer. Thinking about that hammer. Wow! This run has been way beefy compared to our previous act. Hey, for those of you who are still here an hour and a half in, not that I expect anyone to fall off given the true density, the veracity of this content. Thank you so much for checking this out. I love Alina of the Arena. I'm having a lot of trouble keeping the runs and the acts, you know, within an hour or less, which is, I think, the golden sweet spot. But I'm having a ton of fun playing the game. I'm learning a lot. Ludicrous complexity in this run here, and we're only on veteran difficulty, right? We're having to swap weapons every single fight. We're having to manage our health. We have limited movement. We're doing math with the burn. Really, really, really complex stuff, especially given that this is still only our third run, or as I said, thirst. First, surst, and thirst. So thanks for hanging out. If you have had a good time, please do like, comment, and subscribe. All those things that I say, the engagement really helps continue to get this series off the ground and helps verify, right, that this is something that I'm allowed to invest in. So, cheers, folks. Hope you're digging it as much as I am. Oh, it's back! It's back! Because I'm loving it. You wake up to find yourself tied to an operating table. This is not my beautiful table. We can become a vampire, or we can become a werewolf, or we can become a vampire and a werewolf. Vampire's blood is heal when you kill an enemy. Werewolf's blood is gain strength when you kill an enemy. Or both. But then we have to lose 90% of our current HP. The little bit of health could go a long way, but... yeah, I think that I just take Vampire's blood on this run. The strength scaling would be relevant, but I feel like we're actually doing okay in AoE fights anyway, and in a single target, these do nothing, right? These are only meaningful in fights with multiple enemies. And I think if we lose all of our health, we then lose to the boss. We're going to have to use health as a resource against the boss. So let's do Vampire's Blood to set us up for a better Act 3. One more shop. And then, yeah, I do want to train again. Maybe we take the fight and then heal. Let's go cards here. Okay. Here's Dark Souls back again. Fast reload. Draw 2 cards, discard 1 card, reload weapon. Oh, cool. Flaming Trap. 4 damage when stepped on, applies 3 burn, 1 immobilized. Could be nice. Trooper Plus is here. We've been skipping it, but if it comes as a plus, that's pretty nice. We still haven't seen that power that makes us immune to fire damage, which is really interesting. Gosh, I deeply like Dark Souls, but it needs to be upgraded. I'm going to reroll here. What do we got? Fire Surge. Apply 3 burn to enemies within a frontal diamond. Okay. Upgrades to be 4 burn. Got it. Wind Up is kinetic. Blind is back if we want some damage mitigation. Faint. Deal 6 damage, return a random 0-cost card from your discard pile to your hand. We are starting to have those. We can afford Faint and Remove, which looks pretty nice. What are we recycling now? Kick? Honestly, Kick. Rope Hook if we skipped it. Warcry. A little mini fireball that we didn't use? Okay. And hopefully attacks. I mean, I'm really hoping we just buy more cheap attacks, because that's where all of our power is going to come from in the long run. Okay, and now we can afford to drop another basic strike, which I do think is going to feel really nice. We could just start pushing everything into one color, but I like the balance. Down to 14 gold, feels efficient. Take 1 fight, hopefully we heal in it. And then I think we're gonna train. And then boss! 2 hours of tactical depth and complexity. It's 8:30 p.m. in Austin, Texas. I'm an hour late for my stream. Everything is crazy all the time. Okay, wow, this fight, big. Definitely glad we took some healing here. because it's going to be valuable. We sure do have a kick here to get this started if we really want to just be nasty right from the get-go, and I'm feeling nasty. Fireballer. Strike. Stiegeli. They keep throwing me crossbows. In turn. Not gonna rope hook here. We're almost definitely gonna use some big greatsword badness very soon here. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're really gonna do it. That's bad news. This might need to be bag of tricks. I don't want to use bag of tricks here, but I've got to find a way to get out of this. How am I gonna do it even if I draw, though? I don't have any movement. Just block it is the plan, right? These are both 10. So we could certainly draw into enough block. Oh, we also have breathing technique. Breathing technique. Bring rope hook back. Rope hook over here. Yo, that's the money move. That's the money move. Okay, draw. This will inform our decision. Right. I was gonna breathing technique the rope hook first to wait the draw. But you know what? This is okay. Because we have the fortify here, so we actually have the block. Now we'll probably initiative and move here and just take these down. Or even move here, and then we'll be pushed out of range, which is actually acceptable. We have a full-on attack on this turn, too, so we can just decimate these baddies. If we do that, though, we won't have any energy. Oh. What if the answer is to move and get a ranged attack? Killing one. And then no pain, no gain to block? Nah, it's just going to be no pain, no gain to block, and we kill these, right? Yeah, but killing the boom toads really simplifies our setup. But I think getting over here is going to be much better, so I'm sticking to that plan. Which is initiative. Greatsword. Warcry. Full-on attack. Ooh, yeah, fireball, nice. No pain, no gain. The fortify is overkill, but I'd rather limit damage from here. Hey, and no pain, no gain is going to work nicely with the vampire's blood. Come to think of it. And then we'll leave this and we can bring this back, right? Let's hold on to conserve. Playing it right now does nothing, and I don't want to redraw it with the feint. Okay. They threw a crippling dust. Cool. Ah, no knockback. I don't know why I thought there was knockback there. There is, in fact, not back. Oh, man. Probably gonna get some ranged hits here, right? Go here and just do a ranged payback, even. I could stand here in the burn and do backstab feint very safely. But it feels foolish to not use this payback, because that's an insta-kill here. And now we're closer to the boom toads, and we'll close. We can easily, we know we're gonna draw rope hook. Oh no, it's not, we didn't put it in the draw. What am I thinking? Fireball will do it. I'm getting fatigue. I'm getting fatigue. Wake up. Move closer. Then we're in range at least to kill one directly. Think fast. Yeah, just go for the throat here. That'll be 8 plus the 2 burn, 16 plus the 2 burn, and that's 1 down. Alternatively, we can fireball here. That causes 2 stuns, which is huge. And then we just take the other hit. I don't love that, though. Oh, foolish samurai warrior. Do you see it? My brain awakens. Still have power moves. Wait. No, conserve is not. That's not the card I need. No, no pain, no gain. Where are you in my hour of greatest need? Dang it. It was brilliant. It was meant to be so sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's still good, right? It's just we're taking one more hit that I'd rather not take. This run, it's not on steady legs. It's not. We have struggled to find the movement. We have struggled to find the energy. I'm definitely feeling the pain of trying to force burn here. I have no regrets, given how much I've managed to learn in the run. I start to see where burn is good and where it's not, where you can and where you can't force it, but it's feeling the pain of the path that we have walked. That is for sure and for clear. But we'll take it as far as we freaking can. Oh, I was supposed to kick first to bring them back. Silly me. I could have conserved there very easily too, actually. Yeah, that turn could have been better, but we're solved from here. Move and get him with the payback. Enemy looks pretty dead. And then breathing technique, so I have payback again next turn. I'm super glad we took payback. It's already proven to be clutch, right? If only. Conserve? We had one turn where maybe it could have given us retaining energy on that last moment, that last turn, and that might have even been good. That was fun. I just wanted to move around there. We could have instantly finished it with the full out attack, but it's just fun to move around. Another fortify? Dang if I'm not tempted by that. Oh, we should be upgrading these two. Let's take it. Actually, we might just need to block some. Crippling Dust, sure. Not going to take any of these other weapons. We have to decide now if we're going to train or if we are going to rest. Resting is better than going straight in. We'll get more than the 5 points of heal. I'm thinking train, because I do think that one of our upgrades could be worth the cost. But the question would be which one? Is it no pain, no gain? Is it the war cry? Especially now that we have feint to potentially recur it. Is it the payback? It really might just be fortify. We're not cycling fast enough for it to be brand, I don't think. It could also be upgrading flaming weapons to make it slightly easier to play. It does leave us in a dangerous position in terms of block, and I'm struggling to remember what the Act 2 bosses are because we've only seen them a couple times. All right, well, this run is on bad feet anyway, and my general heuristic is if a run is doing very poorly, I take more risks unless the game has really, really strong rebounding systems. Some games, you can just survive until you finally win. But in this game, there's not been any one thing that I've found that can take a losing run and instantly turn it into a winning one. That, actually, Vampire and Werewolves event is one of the best things for that. Ultimately, there's a lot of upgrades we need, a lot of cards, a lot of relics, a lot of power, right? And so if we're already behind, yeah, surviving the boss is a big rebound, but I think I take the risk here. I think I take the risk and I take an upgrade that I think will be quite strong. And hope that that gets us a little bit more power as we go into the next act. Why don't we upgrade kick, actually? Retain on kick. This could be consistency in movement and enemy manipulation that we need. Okay. Wish me luck. It's the big and the bad and the Colt's Lord. I remember this fight now. 800 health Cursed Brute, against whom the brand will be very effective. And 140 health, 40 shield Colt Lord. They sure are shooting at us right now. This enemy is massive, so we cannot kick them. So if we want to get out of range, we just have to move. Gosh, it would be nice to play Flaming Weapon, though. But then we lose full on attack. Is that acceptable? Ah, this enemy's going to hit us with a snag. I don't want that. Yeah, this might have to be Fireballer rather than Flaming Weapon. Take your time, Tiki. Find the lines. Curse Tiles. Do you remember this effect? Evil energy used for attacks. Absorb Curse. Gain 2 strength when occupying a Curse Tile. Curse Tile, double damage received. If you're on a Curse Tile, you take double damage. We need to use the Curse in order to push down the Brute. But right now what we gotta do is figure out how to get the heck out of dodge. It's too bad we can't use kick to kick ourselves backwards. That's what I really want. We might here be able to... Oh, I like this play. Check it out. We move here. We throw the fireball here. That pushes them there. And then they're no longer attacking us. It feels clever. Now they're just attacking their friend. We could no pain, no gain and conserve here. Building up the payback and carrying a little bit of extra energy towards what might be a big turn. Also starts making payback more affordable. Yeah, I mean, realistically, we're going to get that from just walking through the fire, right? But, look, I mean, this is more value immediately. It is more value immediately. Let's do it. Love how much damage we're getting out of the Lord into their own unit. Okay, they are going to Mega Crush, right? And the Lord is replenishing their curse. This is looking like a turn to get in there and get a bunch of damage set up. Probably will draw because we could draw Warcry and we could also draw Backstab. So let's think fast. Oh my gosh, and we have Rope Hook. I just wish I could retain it. We do have Feint in this hand. What 0 cost are we going to bring back, huh? I mean, it could be the kick, but we can't knock this enemy back. Brand? Might be kick anyway, just to do damage to build up more fire. We could breathing technique here. Is that going to be relevant? You know what? This might be rope hook and then breathing technique to get a rope hook in order to next turn dodge out of the Mega Crush. It feels really weird, but I actually think it's correct. Feint. Oh, you know what? I meant to use Crippling Dust here, but that's actually okay. Brought back no pain, no gain. Not bad. Strike. Plenty of damage and tons of freaking burn. Okay, and now it's rope. Rope-a-dope. Into breathing technique, into rope hook. And then hope that we draw it back. Huge turn. 13 burn built up on the big baddie. They're at about 100 damage taken. Substantially more set up now. Substantially. Ooh, I got bad news. We did not draw the dart. So now, I guess we just are going to fortify. It's not so bad. In that case, let's equip like this, and we will use crossbow here. Fortify, Warcry, ranged hit, and a reload. Fireball. Still a good turn. That's why we have fortifies in the deck. Die. Trying to snag me or what? I'm not about it, buddy. Listen, I'm not trying to die. You understand? I have this strong sense that we don't want to get snagged. Don't know why. It's just a thought that I'm having. We do have a breathing technique here. If we want to keep stacking some... Yeah, maybe what we do is we try to bring back a basic strike. We just attack into nothing here. Breathing technique, bring back strike, and that also locks in more barricade. I'm glad we carried the steel shield around. It's actually relevant in this fight for us. Okay. They're going back to trying to snag us. I'm not really about that. So I'm going to go back to trying to get the heck out of here. It's too bad that we can't knock back this enemy. It's really messing me up. Can't quite get that far. Out of range, my liege. Get psyched in case we somehow generate a status. I mean, there's no reason not to play it. For the rest, though, it's looking like an intern. Mega Crush prep. This enemy's using a big shoot. This might be the time where we try to break the armor for the first time. Now, how can we do that? Move here, pick up the rock. War Cry, throw with the strike. Yeah, I don't know, I just think we can't, actually. This might just need to be a flaming weapon. But then we're gonna be pretty much in trouble, I think. Oh, it's too bad. We did have answers, actually. If we drew Payback or Fireball, we're actually okay here. Or even just Backstab so that we can get enough crossbow value. We only need to do 28 damage. It's not a lot. As it stands, I think we're deeply in trouble. So maybe, actually, then, this needs to be move and conserve rather than the flaming weapon. I could see that. I actually think that's true. We might still want to get in the brand, at least. But it might actually be brand on the big bad. I think that's true. Once one of these two is down, we're going to be absolutely okay, right? The problem is that we're having to deal with both of them. But our health is getting to a very dire position. Yikes. What on earth are we gonna do now? Take 8 damage, I guess. That's step 1. Hold up. There's a feint here. Does it do anything for me? Well, rope hook is no longer free. Gosh, and if we move there, we don't actually have target on any of these enemies. So nasty. Oh, it's a tough turn to not be allowed to do any attacking. But if we stand in this curse tile, we're going to die. We simply can't do it. If we move there, we're going to die. We don't have any block. There's only one place that we can move. And it's here. And if we don't move there, we die. And now we don't die, but also we make no progress on this turn. Oof. The angles got us good. I mean, we probably still feint anyway, just to pull back another free card. Not gonna play that. Not playing that. Oh boy, we're back to snagging. This is curious. We could move here and then rope hook there. Very close to breaking here. Maybe this is just single move. We don't rope hook. We throw the fireball. If we throw the fireball here, it pushes them there, and then they shoot their friend. I mean, it's a clever turn, if nothing else. We like clever. Now they're shooting their friend. And they're only 14 from a break. Just in case they move there. I guess actually we wanted to put it here to encourage them to move there. That way we have a split. Yeah, it's tricky. Tricky to think about this stuff. I need more power. Same. Only 0 cost in the pile right now is no pain, no gain. Here's another turn where upgrade on Flaming Weapon would let us land it, which is tough. They're about to set up for another Mega Crush next turn, and we're not going to have anywhere to go, are we? How am I going to deal with that? I mean, what I'd like to do is have them next to each other, have them set up for a Mega Crush and kick the Cult Lord into the Curse Brute to stun them both, and then boom, we've actually maybe got a win on our hands. That would be an incredible turn. But as it stands, sheesh, just don't know. Go ahead and hit him with the ranged feint. Might as well keep pushing. Best hope we have is to actually kill something, as unlikely as it may be. It's funny to think about just how much easier this fight would be if we could knock back. Yeah, worst case, Steel Shield plus Breathing Technique on the next in 2 turns is enough. Okay, yeah, if we draw Breathing Technique next turn, we pull back Rope Dart. If we pulled Breathing Technique the turn after that, we use it with the Steel Shield in order to block the Crush. And that's enough. Okay. Kick upgrade here is feeling real rough. Mega Crush is coming. Yep, they're going for that Wylin. 14 damage. Curse Splash, and it's getting bigger. The heck am I gonna do with that? Die? Wait. Think, Teak. Dang it. A reload counts as a card play, which breaks openers. See, I'm thinking we move here and we shoot. We're so very close at that point. But we're out of range with the crippling dust. Hold up. Okay, move. We can do 9 here, and then we need 5 more, but the fireball is only gonna do 2. We need a strength potion. No, it's so close. Is this about to be off by, like, literally 3? I'll cry. If only I could just double shoot. Just double shoot. Small fireball. Sheesh. So close. We're one rock away. Isn't that wild? From getting the break here, which saves us. And that was really our only hope, was to keep dancing and then get break to save ourselves at the key time. Well. Roll back! GG. That's a huge downside of fire that I hadn't considered. Piercing damage. The booing. Piercing damage means that it's hard to use fire if that's your base to get shield breaks for stuns. Hey, G freaking G, that act was really, really hard. This run was critically deficient in movement the whole time. There's a chance that we could have just blocked our way through that fight, but because we were also deficient in energy, it would have been very hard to do so. I really enjoyed playing around the burn, and I think there were some cases to where we could have stood in our own fire a little bit more, but I don't feel like it was as strong as some of the other options that were available to us. We were getting so much value from just swapping weapons around, rather than focusing on stacking up all this burn. If we had focused on a little bit more utility, it might have had a chance. But at the end of the day, yeah, we just needed more move. And truthfully, we weren't finding it. We took every single node for 2 acts. This might have been a run where we needed to just be pressing the create button on the meditation spots. Create, create, create. If we do not find move, we're going to die. And frankly, you know, trying harder to find weapons that give us effective move, either by knocking enemies back, turning them around like that hammer. Yeah, we couldn't tap into the tactics enough, which meant that maybe we could have gone harder into block. But I think that having to block with burn is always going to be a little bit of a non-starter. You want to be stepping away from enemies. You're a mage, right? Step back, throw fire. Step back, throw fire. Step back, throw fire. That's your whole game plan. That's your MO. GG, 4 more coins. What a lovely run. Sad to lose it there. But it goes to show that we just weren't quite ready. I mean, ultimately, that should have been a fight that we were very good at because those are big, high health targets. And so scaling damage through burn should be very, very effective. Although we did have trouble taking advantage of the main mechanics of curse and of the 2 enemy fight with stuns. A little bit more move and a shield break, and all of a sudden we've got a fight on our hands. Lovely freaking run. I'm going to go take a quick break. My brain is after that 2 hours of Act 2. Super excited to upload this sucker for you all to watch. In my absence over the next few days while I'm away, out of town, I'll post a post about that. That being said, that's going to be it from me for this run. Burning down the house, baby. It went out as it came in, desperately seeking to be on fire. Until next time, I've been sneakyteak, from my home to yours, from me, from Kevin, and from Bevan. Nothing but love. Have a wonderful day. Fantastic rest of your week to come. Hope to catch you all again very soon in the next episode of whatever game we may play. Till then, cheers. Bye-bye.
A house. You got to get to me. Burning down the house.